And welcome inside the Millbrook Arena as we get set for Arenalacrosseleague action. It's the Whitby Steelhawks in town to take on the Peterborough Timbermen. The Timbermen coming off a big win in Oshawa last weekend, 15-12, after falling in their opening game, 14-12 to Paris. Right here a couple weeks ago as Steelhawks have possession right off the hop. Looking for the first shot of this game. Lidstone dishes down in the corner, out to the top, and there's a heavy bomb from Tyler Goodchild. And he gets the scoring going right away on the first goal, or first shot rather, of this game as the Steelhawks take a 1-0 lead. Starting in goal for the Timbermen is number 1, Thomas Kazik. And at the other end, it's going to be Lucas Coote between the pipes for the Steelhawks. So just less than 15 seconds into this game, and right off the bat, Whitby looking to add to their lead. That one goes just wide, but the rebound finds the back of the net. Matt Boiseno. 2 shots, 2 goals for the Steelhawks, and they take a 2-0 lead, 27 seconds into this game. Whitby had a strong season last year, continues to roll. Week 3 of the ALL.
First goal scored by number 11, Tyler Goodchild.
And the Timbermen will get their first offensive possession off the face-off violation. They've get it across center here, and they do. It's going to be Aaron Bradshaw. Bradshaw finding Goddard at the top. Goddard making a nice move, and that goes just wide. Looked like Coote got a piece of that between the pipes. Battle ensues on the far corner. Referee's letting them go. Comes out for the Timbermen. It's Goddard just as the 30-second buzzer goes. Coote's made the save, but would have been late anyway. Buzzer had already gone, so Steelhawks will move their way back up. Good check, though, by Goddard, getting the ball back for the Timbermen. It's Dale. He's being double-teamed. Able to dish it back over to Goddard, down low to the corner. And we're going to see the first penalty of this game. It'll go against the Steelhawks. So a power play for the Timbermen as they look to cut this lead in half after 2 quick Steelhawks goals to start this one. And heading to the box, it's going to be Darius Anderson. It's the power play unit coming out for the Timbermen. And it'll be Goddard starting with the ball.
Penalty to number 18, Darius Anderson.
Peterborough working around the perimeter, letting everybody get a touch. Goddard steps into one, fakes that shot, moves it off to the far side to Downey. Downey back to Goddard, that's picked off. 2-on-2 back the other way, it's Boiseno. He had the last goal for the Steelhawks. He dishes it off to the side. It'll be Tyler Goodchild who had that opening goal. Tries the hidden ball trick. Nobody bites on that one. Dishes the ball off to Trent Boyd. Boyd out to the top to Highland. Back over to the far side to Goodchild. Goodchild steps into one, and the save by Kazik. Still over a minute left to go on this man advantage. Armstrong brings it as far as center, leaves the ball for White. Back out to the top to Goddard. Timbermen need one more out there. Now they've got 5. Goddard down to the corner. There's a quick shot by White. That one goes just wide. Loose ball scooped up by Whitby. 45 seconds left for the Steelhawks to kill. Hanging on to the 2-0 lead. Weller dishes the ball off. Timberman trying to get things back. Whitby's just content killing off this clock. It's Devin Pfeiffer. And Pfeiffer's pass goes all the way back, and it's an over and back call, giving things back to the Timbermen. 23 seconds left to go on their man advantage. Looking to get on the board and cut this lead in half. Goddard quarterbacking things at the top. His shot goes wide. He chases it down, is able to keep it in the zone. Drives towards the net, shot on the run, a bouncer. Coots makes the save and the rebound. Finds the back of the net. A great effort by Dylan Goddard with 8 seconds left to go on the power play. Goddard gets his own rebound and is able to cut this lead to 2-1. Power play marker for Peterborough, and they're right back in this one. So back to 5-on-5 even strength. And again, a moving violation off the face-off gives the ball back to the Timbermen if they can get it here. Be Baffia. He can't get across center within the 8 seconds, so that gives the ball back to the Steelhawks. Looking to restore their 2-goal lead. That pass gets picked off, ends up right in the stick of Kazik. Long outlet pass, found Gasparetti. Gasparetti's shot ends up off the stick of Highland. And it's going to be Boiseno. Boiseno through center, dishes it off to Lidstone on the near side. McGregor now. Back out to Lidstone at the top. To Osborne, the captain. And then now we're going to have another penalty, an illegal cross-check to the Steelhawks. So after a power play goal gets them on the board, the Timbermen will go for another man advantage. Heading off to the box, it's going to be Braden McGregor. So the Timbermen looking to tie this one up with another power play marker, and it's going to be Goddard once again, quarterbacking things at the top of the power play. He had the goal on that last man advantage. Working it around as Goddard steps off to the shooter position, moves it to the far side. Pass intended for Goddard. And Whitby back the other way, it's Boiseno. Boiseno's got a man, passes it over, and Kazik able to make the save. He's been sharp since letting those first two past him. As Downey slows things down on the far side. Downey, far side pass over to Corkery. His shot saved by Coots. Lucas Coote, just the one goal past him. He's had to make some big saves. Big check from the Steelhawks, gets the ball back. And it's Matt Boiseno. He's got a man all alone, and Kazik with a big save on John Leclerc. 50 seconds left on the man advantage as Goddard drives towards the net. That's where he scored from last time, and this time just misses the mark. One of the Timbermen players stepped in the crease anyhow, so that gives the ball right back to Whitby. They need one more guy out there. Just the three out there for the Steelhawks now. There's the fourth, and he's got the ball. That's Hamley. Dish down low, and crease violation as Trent Boyd gets knocked through. Last offensive possession on the power play for the Timbermen, trailing 2-1. Goddard looks behind him, finds some help off the bench. It's Downey. Downey trying to get towards the net, ends up into the corner, feeds it through to the middle, and that gets picked off. And that'll do it for the power play, as the Steelhawks kill that one off. You can hear the Steelhawks bench banging their sticks. They like that kill as Kazik makes the save for the Timbermen. And reaching into the crease, it's one of the Steelhawks players. Timbermen just getting their offensive unit out. Setting up at the top. That shot goes off the boards as White looks for the rebound, and back the other way, all alone, is Lidstone. Lidstone right off that Timberman logo on Kazik, and there's going to be a penalty. And it's going to go towards the Timbermen this time. It's an illegal substitution called against the Timbermen as they sent a guy out the back gate a little too early. And now it's Whitby's opportunity to go to the power play.
Peterborough penalty.
Pfeiffer with it at the top.
Benchminder for illegal substitution. Peterborough, illegal substitution.
Down low into the corner. Pass intended through to the middle to Goodchild, but that hits a body in front. No reset on the clock, though. Just 10 to go on the shot clock. The Steelhawks need to get something on net. Great defense by Bragg. There's a shot, but no rebound as Kazik soaks that one up. Long outlet pass. It's intended for Gasparetti, who's not able to get that as he was double teamed in the far corner. It'll be Lidstone. Pfeiffer with it at the top. Back to Lidstone. Lidstone steps in, unloads. That one just misses the mark off the end boards, and they say it hit the ceiling. 3-on-2 back the other way. And a shot on the run from Gasparetti is saved by Coote. Timbermen still with it. They're content to kill off some of this penalty. 15 to go on the shot clock, 40 to go on their penalty. Timbermen bench yelling that there's just a few seconds left on that shot clock. They just roll it into the corner. They're happy with that possession as the Steelhawks back the other way. This will be their last chance on the power play. Pfeiffer setting up with it. Moves it off to the far side. Back to Pfeiffer at the top. To Lidstone. To Pfeiffer. And Kazik able to make another save as Goodchild looking to find the back of the net as the final 2 seconds tick off the Timbermen penalty, and they're back to even strength. Timbermen just trying to get one more offensive player out there off that line change. And Whitby doesn't see Goddard coming out. He's able to get the shot that goes just wide, but the 30-second will run out. Steelhawks will grab it anyway at the other end, and Kazik with the huge save on Liam Osborne. Ball's still loose. And there's a huge interference hit, and that was rough enough to draw a penalty. Heading off to the box is going to be Scott Edwards. So it's been power play after power play. After those opening 2 goals on 5-on-5 from the Steelhawks, we saw a power play goal from the Timbermen, and we've since seen 3 power play attempts beyond that. And there'll be an official timeout, so we'll take a quick break. 5 minutes up on the board for that penalty. So a big power play coming up on the other side. Steelhawks leading the Timbermen 2-1. And back after that official timeout. 5 minutes up on the board, and it's actually Liam Osborne who will be in the box for that one. So the captain will have to sit down for a major penalty as the Timbermen looking to tie this one back up. Boarding is the official call as Coote makes a save. Recovered by the Steelhawks, it's Boiseno. Whitby wanted a high sticking penalty as Boiseno, his shot, a little bit of a twister. Kazik makes the save. So lots of time on the man advantage as Goddard, who's been at the top during every power play so far, takes a shot. No problem for Coote on that save. He backhands it into the corner as the Steelhawks try to move their way out. Pass intended for Boiseno. And it'll end up in the stick of Horn for the Timbermen. Timbermen with too many men on the floor. Steelhawks bench was yelling. Referees were looking, but no call made. Goddard moves it down into the corner. A big check. Knocks Bradshaw down. He still has the ball, though. Gets right back up. Moves it to the near side. And a shot through traffic by Spencer Corkery. John Weller Heads off to the bench now, dishes the ball off before he does. We'll see if Whitby slows this down, tries to kill the clock, or tries to go towards the net. Brett Harrison with it right now. He's got 2 guys on him. Tries for the shot. As the 30-second buzzer was just about to expire. Back the other way comes Gasparetti. 3 minutes left to go on the major penalty to Osborne. Noe Colt McNutt. Out to Goddard. Goddard at the top. He works down into the middle, trying to draw some traffic his way, but ball gets knocked free. Timbermen keep it in just at the line. 2 to go on the shot clock. Coot makes the save. Good enough for the reset, though, for the Timbermen. They'll take that. But a bad pass back towards center gives the ball back to Whitby. Darius Anderson to Hamley. Hamley's fine, just slowing things down. To Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer has red jerseys draped all in front of him. No help right now from any of the Steelhawks, as he just tries to get it into the corner as the 30-second buzzer expires. It's under 2 minutes left to go on the man advantage. Ty Armstrong leaves the ball for Goddard. Goddard will play some catch with both of his shooters before drawing himself towards that near side shooter position. Back out to the top. That shot goes wide. Rebound goes wide as well. And the shot clock expires just as Coot grabs it anyhow and makes the short outlet pass down to Weller. Highland has it. Good kill so far on this 5-minute major. Couple opportunities from the Timbermen, but they haven't been able to hit the net. We'll see this time if they can get something going. It's Horn. Fakes the pass to Bragg, who now has it. Under a minute left to go on the man advantage. And there's Gasparetti finding the back of the net off a nice dish through traffic. Jake Gasparetti able to find his way through. Nobody saw him sneaking in. Just a great pass from that far side. All knotted up at 2. Another power play goal from the Timbermen. They had one on an earlier power play. This is their first on this 5-minute major. Still 51 seconds left to play with on the man advantage. And again, moving violation off the faceoff. We haven't seen one clean draw tonight. Pfeiffer has the ball for Whitby. Downey getting the assist on that goal for the Timbermen. He's the one who made that nice pass. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass through the middle. Trent Boyd couldn't handle that one. Pfeiffer tries to chase it down, but it'll be an over and back call. So one more offensive opportunity with 23 seconds left on the man advantage. Just over a minute left to go in the first quarter. Goddard. Setting up a set play here as McNutt drives in. Coot able to make the save. Rebound saved again as Spencer Corkery tried to find that bottom corner. Lucas Coot comes up big. Last minute play in this first quarter, just as the penalty expires for the captain, Liam Osborne. He joins the offense right away. Lidstone at the top. Lots of movement through the middle from the Steelhawks. That shot goes wide. There's the rebound. They still can't get it through. Tight defense from the Timbermen. Back the other way. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Gasparetti, who scored that last goal, comes in again and gets knocked into the crease. A good try. Adam Perroni dishes it off. Goaltender on the bench for the Steelhawks for the extra attacker. 10 on the game clock. Lidstone. Trying to find some cutters through the middle was Pfeiffer, but nobody home. Ball ends up into the corner, and time ticks out on the first quarter. After 2 quick goals in the first 27 seconds from the Steelhawks, the Timbermen come back with 2 power play goals in that quarter, and we end things off not at a 2. We'll take a quick break, back with second quarter action right after this. Back inside the Millbrook Arena, where it is tied at 2 between the Peterborough Timbermen and the Whitby Steelhawks. Whitby had the opening 2 goals. It was Tyler Goodchild and then Matt Boiseno in the opening 27 seconds. And then Dylan Goddard was able to respond on the power play, followed by Jake Gasparetti for the Timbermen. And that is where we sit, 2-2. Whitby with the ball. Looking to get that lead back. Good start to that first quarter. Looking for the same in the second, and they do. Another early goal to start the quarter. This one from Trent Boyd. And that one just took 21 seconds into the quarter, so very similar to how the game opened, with a quick goal on the opening possession from the Steelhawks. They've got a 3-2 lead. Good battle in the face-off after the entire first quarter was face-off violations. This one is earned by the Steelhawks. A good battle that the referees let go. They'll set up on the offense, and it's going to be Lidstone. Highland with it. Swings off a pick. Can't get through the middle. Looking for some help. Finds Lidstone on the far side. Four to go left on that shot clock. So back the other way come the Timbermen. They'll start with it just on the inside of center. Osborne, the captain, doing a good job on defense, but the Timbermen still with it. Saved by Coot, and the rebound almost finds its way through, but Bradshaw gets knocked into the crease. Hustling back the other way is Riley McKinnon. McKinnon through the middle. Great pass intended for Anderson, just a little low, but a good eye seeing Anderson coming in from that far side. Hamley trying to fight off the defender to get a shot off, goes behind the net, cuts in, trying to get the ball right back, but Pfeiffer picks it off. I don't think he knew Hamley was coming. So Lidstone gets that shot off. They do get the reset. Good loose ball from the Steelhawks as they try the hidden ball trick. Harrison with it on the near side. There's a heavy shot from Lidstone. Another reset. And that went right off the bucket of Kaisick, so referee will blow that in, make sure everything's good on his lid. So the Steelhawks hanging on to the 3-2 lead in this second quarter. Kaisick's made some big saves for the Timbermen so far in this one. That one right off the bottom of the helmet. Whitby setting some good picks on that far side. But the Timbermen stand tight to their men, not letting anything get through or anyone get open. And there's a penalty. A heavy interference by one of the Timbermen players. There's a shot, and the penalty will go to Ryan Patterson. So the Steelhawks with a lone goal early on in this second quarter will go to the man advantage. Interference the call. Whitby will have to start with it at center. It'll be Pfeiffer. Quickly moves it over to Lidstone. Everybody getting a touch on this possession. Pfeiffer now starting to move to the far side. He's got the ball. Steps in, overhand shot. Kaisick gets a piece of that one. Good hustle by Pfeiffer. Battles for his own rebound. And that one's picked off down the middle. Pass was intended to the far side, but Parker Sands, who now just bulldozes through his man and finds the back of the net. A short-handed marker for the Timbermen. What a great individual effort by Parker Sands. He picks off the pass in the Timberman zone, drives his man down in the offensive zone, and then buries it into the top corner. And we are tied once again, knotted up at 3 after that short-handed marker. Everybody's set up in the Timberman zone right now, waiting for a face-off win, and a trip right off the face-off as Doherty just quickly reacts with his foot. Just a quick reaction off that face-off, and Whitby will go on a 2-men advantage after that power play.
Peterborough short-handed goal scored by number 12.
This will be Trent Boyd setting things up at the top. Now both shooters playing a bit of catch across the floor. Lots of floor space out there right now. It's Whitby looking for that triangle to open up, and Kaisick gets a piece of it, keeps it out. And a bit of a collision. Timberman got to move it across the center real quick, but there is going to be a penalty to Whitby anyhow. Devin Pfeiffer might be picking up the penalty, or Osborne. We'll see. There's lots of whistles going right now. Holding will be the call. Whoever goes off, looks like it's going to be Devin Pfeiffer. So the 5-on-3 turns into a 4-on-3 after that penalty, as Pfeiffer will sit down in the box. So it'll be 56 seconds of 4-on-3 action. So this should be fun, with all that extra space out there. So the Timbermen will try to kill this off. Osborne picks that one off, but Downey able to scoop it back up in his own zone, avoids the over and back because Osborne's the one who knocked it over. Osborne playing some tight D. Downey has to be careful. So Osborne all over him. Downey doing a great job, though, protecting the ball. 2 on him now, and just rolls it away as the 30-second buzzer goes off. And Osborne will scoop it up. Osborne heads to the bench for a much-needed line change after that shift, and we're going to have another penalty. This will go to the Timbermen. So Timbermen had 4 players out there for that entire possession. Once they realized there was a penalty, there's no sense sending a man back to the bench. You can't get an extra penalty, so they just played with the 4 out there. That penalty won't start for 11 seconds. So it's going to be 4-on-3 still. We need penalty filled. So a penalty shot, because they already had the 2 in the box. So here we go. It'll be Osborne. He gets saved by Kaisick. And that wiped out the first penalty. So the one with 11 seconds left, that was Ryan Patterson's penalty. So that gets wiped, and a fresh 2 goes up on the board. So you still get the penalty. It just wipes out one of the penalties as well to go along with the penalty shot. Timekeeper's even confused. Got his hand up saying, what's going on here? What am I putting up? So he buzzes for the referee to go over. So 3-3 the score. After Kaisick makes that big save on the Osborne penalty shot. So 4-on-3 for another 40 seconds as Matt Boiseno picks up the ball off the face-off. Goodchild over to Lidstone, back to Goodchild. Lidstone and Goodchild still playing catch towards the top. There's the shot. And Kaisick able to make that save. Timbermen scoop the ball up just for a second, though. The double team gets the ball right back for the Steelhawks. It's Brett Harrison. 7 seconds left to go on the 4-on-3. And an over and back call. So then we'll see some 4-on-4 action for 30 seconds. And then a brief power play for the Steelhawks. Downey. Looking for some help on the far side. Does it himself. Tries to go 5-hole. Coop makes that save. Tosses it down. 10 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4. Highland being isolated on the near side. Dishes the ball out to the top to Goodchild. Now it's a power play for the Steelhawks with 10 to go on the shot clock. Pfeiffer. Backhand pass to Osborne. Little spin move. Just looks like he missed the mark. Referee saying Kaisick got a piece of it, so that'll reset the 30. Pfeiffer steps in, moves it over to the far side as Boyd rips a shot off Kaisick. 20 seconds left to kill for the Timbermen, but Whitby able to get the ball right back. Goodchild trying to feed his man through the middle. It was Highland. Ends up in the stick of Pfeiffer. Over to Osborne for the goal. With 8 seconds left to go on the man advantage. It's the captain, Liam Osborne, restoring the 1-goal lead. And that'll bring us back to 5-on-5 even strength for the first time in quite a while in this second quarter. Penalty-filled beginning to the second. And a 1-goal lead for the Steelhawks after their captain takes a nice dish from Pfeiffer. Another face-off win for the Steelhawks. Pass through the middle, that gets picked off. Here come the Timbermen back the other way. Bragg with it. Timbermen had to be careful on that line change to avoid the illegal substitution. McNutt's being held up. He goes around the net. Has Leclerc all over him. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Steelhawks bench yelling shot, hoping the Timbermen will bite, but they'll still hang on to it. Now they do need to shoot, and there's a dunk goal. As 2 seconds left to go in the possession, Bradshaw out of nowhere ties this game up with an incredible goal. 4-4. What a play by Bradshaw. He knew time was running out. 3 seconds were left on the shot clock when he starts circling behind the net and then dives through for the dunk goal to tie this one up. Timmerman looking for some more.
Assist by number 81, Colton McNutt. Bradshaw for McNutt. Time that goal, 6:19.
That'll be a crease violation. Back the other way comes Whitby. They're just waiting for everybody to get out for this line change. Now they're all set up with just 15 to go on the shot clock. McGregor trying to find a man on that far side. Looks for Harrison. That pass a little too hot. No over and back. It's one of the Timberman players that touched it. 30-second buzzer goes off just as Patterson picks it up for Peterborough. Holden Lowe's. He'll toe the line. Moves it up to McNutt, who drives towards the net. Ball gets knocked free. Still thinks he has it. Tries for the shot, but the ball was long gone. And now at the other end, a clear breakaway attempt. Tries the twister that goes off the post. Good opportunity by Brett Harrison. Now Doherty back the other way. Good pace in this one after we've returned to that 5-on-5. And there's a dunk attempt. That'll be a crease violation. Coote made the save anyhow. That'll be an official timeout knotted at 4 between the Whitby Steelhawks and the Peterborough Timbermen. We'll be back. It'll be Devin Pfeiffer starting things off. He crosses through center. All tied up at 4 here in Millbrook Arena. What a play by Pfeiffer to keep that inside. Timberman thinks it was an over and back, but referee was right there on the line to make the call. Doesn't matter anyway. Timberman back the other way. Gasparetti scores. A broken play. And Gasparetti picks up that loose ball, gets his second of the game. And the Timbermen have their first lead in this one. 5-4. Good heads-up play by Gasparetti. Saw that loose ball, pounced on it, and he goes the length of the floor. Face-off. Looked like a face-off violation. Referees are just going to reset it, let them battle it out again. And a trip again by Doherty. That's the second time he's done that. And it looks like Whitby's going to get an unsportsmanlike. John Leclerc cancels out the power play by showing his frustrations to the referee. So that's a tough one. Doherty's getting the original call. Leclerc has some words with the referee, cancels out that power play right off the bat. So there'll be coincidental penalties, so it'll be 5-on-5. We won't see 4-on-4. They'll sit down for 2 minutes or more. They'll have to wait for the first whistle after their 2 minutes are up. And a bit of confusion from the Whitby bench. They need one more guy out there. They think it's 4-on-4. And one ref's yelling 5-on-5. Both teams only have 4 out. And now both benches are confused, kind of talking to each other right now. And they are going to put both penalties aside after a brief little meeting. Changes from a coincidental 5-on-5 penalty to 4-on-4. Both coaches had some words with the referee, and after that discussion, we end up back to 4-on-4. There's an opportunity as Kaisick makes the save. Crossing through center are the Timbermen. It's Gasparetti. Gasparetti on the verge of a hat trick. He's had the hot hand for the Timbermen. He had that go-ahead goal. This is Corkery trying to fight his way through. 8 to go on the shot clock. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Steelhawks. Breakaway if they can scoop it up, but a couple hops. And a push on the backside. Gives the ball to the Steelhawks with a fresh 30 to set up with. And a big hit through the middle. Ball's still loose. Now the referee will blow things down. They're saying the Timbermen were pushing off on the defensive side of things, so an interference possession call. Be Quinn Highland. Over to that far side to Lidstone. Lidstone trying to get around his man, gets forced off into the corner. Back out to the top to Highland. Highland takes a high stick, draws a penalty, tries to squeak it in on the near side. It'll be a hold or a high stick. He could go either or. So that stick was wrapped around the neck area, and hold will be the official call. So heading back to the penalty box the second time in this quarter is Ryan Patterson. And once again, 4-on-3 as this penalty-filled second quarter continues here in Millbrook. 5-4, Timbermen lead. It's 2-2 after the first quarter.
Peterborough penalty number 99.
And Timbermen have outscored Whitby 3-2 so far in this second. So a great battle between these two teams. There's the heavy shot from the outside, saved by Kaisick. Goodchild was looking for his second goal. Long outlet pass, misses the mark. Coots forced to step out of his net. He's fair game. And that's an interference possession call. Don't blame Coot, though. You're caught out of your net. You certainly don't want your mistake to be costly, as he had missed that ball that he came out to play. Fans here getting into this one. Lots of rough stuff. McNutt spins off a pick. Circling out towards the top, moves it to Downey. Downey isolated on the near side. Now he's got some help from White, who sets a pick. Downey trying to sneak one in. It's 5-on-4 now. It's almost a minute left on the man advantage for the Steelhawks, as Pfeiffer rips one from the outside. A heavy shot finds the back of the net. A power play marker ties this one up at 5. As Pfeiffer gets his first of the game. He's had a lot of opportunities, and this time he's able to rip that home into the top shelf. So another power play goal and another tie. So just the back and forth action continues. Biggest lead was the 2-0 opening from the Steelhawks when they led the game out right out of the gate. 2 goals in the first 27 seconds. Peterborough tied it up at 2, and the teams have just been trading goals ever since. Osborne, the captain, with it. Moves it out to Highland. Highland goes far side, and we're going to see a delayed call. Coot heads to the bench for the extra attacker. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Osborne out to the top. And there's a shot that just misses the mark. And another trip to the penalty box. This one, a push from behind. And another power play for Whitby. We've barely seen any 5-on-5 in this second quarter. So Whitby, who tied this game up on a power play just a few moments ago, they'll look for another go-ahead goal to restore their lead.
Penalty, it's number 9.
Pfeiffer, who had that last goal, has the ball.
Time of that penalty, 11:51.
Looking for a room and finds an opening right through the 5-hole of Kaizek. And Pfeiffer with 2 power play goals back-to-back. He's got the tying goal and the go-ahead goal, both on the man advantage. And it's another heavy shot from Pfeiffer. The last one gave him some confidence to shoot from the outside. And he used that heavy shot once again, as Whitby takes the 6-5 lead, just under 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Face-off won by Whitby.
Whitby, power play goal. Scorer
Weller.
19, Gavin Pfeiffer.
Over to Highland. To Osborne. His shot goes off Kaizek. They'll get the reset.
From Harrison and Lindstone. Time that power play goal, 12-10.
Whitby looking to add to their lead. 2 back-to-back power play markers. Lidstone. Over to Highland, who finds the back of the net. 3 goals in a row for the Steelhawks. That one by Quinn Highland. It's Whitby doing a good job creating some space. And Highland rips that shot through traffic. Takes a bit of a hit right after, but it didn't matter. It's that ball was wired home. 7-5. Whitby now leading.
Whitby power play goal, scorer number 19, Gavin Pfeiffer.
So after the Timbermen found themselves with their first lead of the game, 3 unanswered goals from the Steelhawks have them leading by 2. And they're looking for more. Breakaway for Osborne. He's saved by Kaizek.
That was number 17, Quinn Highland.
Osborne doing a good job to get his own rebound. And that was close to an over and back, but Pfeiffer once again saves the ball on the line. Osborne in the middle. Couldn't handle that pass. 10 to go on the shot clock. Osborne setting up behind the net, looking for a cutter. Trying to feed Boyd through the middle. That gets stopped. Gasparetti. 3-on-2 for the Timbermen. Gasparetti tries to go far side. Pass ends up into the corner, scooped up by McKinnon. 3-on-1 back the other way. Kaizek comes up big. Great chance for the Steelhawks, but a big save by Thomas Kaizek. So we're getting set to enter the last minute of play.
Last minute of play in the second quarter.
In this first half. Timberman looking for a late one. Trying to get some momentum going into the break. Bragg with it. Timberman unable to get anything going, and another penalty as a big interference hit. Steelhawks were looking to retaliate, but their entire bench is yelling for Scott Edwards to not do anything there so that they could go on the power play. And with 33 seconds left to go, Downey will head off to the box. Interference is the call. And Whitby with a 2-goal lead. A chance to add another late in this first half. Pfeiffer, who has 2 goals in the latter part of this second quarter, will set things up at the top. Legal body check is the official call. I mean, you could have called it anything. As Pfeiffer down low into the corner. Goodchild to the near side. There's a shot from Harrison. That's stopped by Kaizek. And we're going to have another penalty. A slashing call against the Timbermen. And hopefully things settle down in this third quarter. And Timbermen have to be frustrated with all the calls that are going against them right now. That can sometimes lead to chaos, those frustrations, as Armstrong heads off to the box, and it's 5-on-3 with 5 seconds left. Steelhawks have to move quick, and they're going to run out of time, as that will do it for the opening half. 3 unanswered goals by the Steelhawks down the stretch have them leading the Peterborough Timbermen 7-5 at the halftime break. And there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct right at the end. Darius Anderson takes one for the Steelhawks. So it'll be a third quarter action about to resume here at Millbrook Arena. The Whitby Steelhawks with a 7-5 lead over the Peterborough Timbermen. A penalty to Darius Anderson right at the end of that first half has him in the box. So now we've got a 5-on-4, or 4-on-3, pardon me, power play here for a good chunk of time too. Still another minute 10. Steelhawks with 3 unanswered goals down the stretch after the Timbermen had took their first lead of the game. They're up 5-4, and then 2 power play goals from Pfeiffer, and then deja vu once again, an early goal to start the quarter for the Steelhawks. This one coming out of the stick of Brett Harrison. So all 3 quarters of this game have featured goals in the opening 30 seconds. So that'll bring things down to 4-on-4. There's so many penalties in there. Timekeeper needs some clarification from the referee to make sure everything's good to go. So 4 unanswered goals from the Steelhawks have them with an 8-5 lead. Whitby looking to add to things. Looking for some help out of the bench. And it's Trent Boyd.
Whitby power play goal.
Over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking for the hat-trick goal.
Number 19.
Over to the far side with it is Tyler Goodchild. Being forced in the corner by Doherty. Out to the top to Boyd. Pfeiffer with a twister shot. That one hits Kazik. Good enough for the reset. And a quick shot from John Leclerc trying to fool Kazik. As he steps out of his crease, and that ball comes right in front of us into the crowd. Pfeiffer will set things up. Over to Highland, to Osborne, back to Pfeiffer. To Osborne, that's saved by Kazik. Timberman back the other way. 30 seconds left of 4-on-4 lacrosse. And some good defense in the back end as Edwards scoops up the ball. Lidstone swings off a pick from Osborne. Pass intended for Osborne through the middle, and that takes a couple hops, and the last second ticks off the Timberman penalty. A brief power play, just for a few seconds. And now we're back to 5-on-5 even strength as Edwards makes another great defensive play. He's been spectacular in the back end so far in this game. The Steelhawks will set up their offense. It's McGregor out to Lidstone. To Harrison. He had the last goal for the Steelhawks. Anderson waiting for a pick. Tries to bulldoze his way through traffic. Moves it to Harrison. Spin shot. Kazik with the save. Doesn't know where it is. And a collision towards center is going to draw a penalty. Armstrong took a heavy hit. And it'll be Darius Anderson, who started off this half in the penalty box, heads back. He's upset, slams the door. So now we'll have a power play going for the Timbermen, trying to stop the bleeding. 4 unanswered goals for the Steelhawks. Goddard just waiting for the whistle. Referee talking to Coach Joe Sullivan for the Timbermen. 2 minutes is up on the board right now. That's the way it will remain. Now the Steelhawks getting some clarification on the call as well.
Anderson for body check.
So body check is the official call. It's Goddard with the ball at center. Waiting for things to get blown in. He'll move it down. Good opportunity for the Timbermen to get back into this one. As Goddard swings it around to the far side. Goddard down through the middle, trying to create a bit of a hole as the pass was intended for White. Goes off the one hop. And it's going to be scooped up by Corkery. Picked up by White. White shot, saved by Coote. Ball's up in the air, picked up by the Steelhawks. Long outlet pass to Matt Boiseno. That was a tough pass to handle, but Boiseno gets it off the boards. Highland will slow things down. Whitby playing with that lead, so they don't mind if some seconds tick off the clock right now. Osborne with it. He's one-on-one with his man, draws a slashing penalty. Osborne still with it. Great effort by Osborne, draws the penalty, gets the shot off. So that'll cancel out the Timberman power play as the penalty parade continues into this third quarter. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 104. Steelhawks will have the ball. Tyler Goodchild. Over to Osborne. Osborne blows by his man, but gets knocked into the crease. Timberman back the other way. Gasparetti. Gasparetti's got an opening towards the net, looking for that 5-hole. Coote drops down to make the save. It's Gasparetti looking for the hat-trick goal with that one. Coote able to close the door, and his Steelhawks will come back the other way in front of him. Hamley. For to Trent Boyd. Boyd waiting for some cutters. He'll circle out himself. Moves it to Lidstone. Lidstone behind the net, looking for that pass back. It gets picked off through the middle. 2-on-1 back the other way if the Timbermen can scoop it up, but they're unable to get that. Going to the net now is Armstrong. He scores off the broken play. A 4-on-4 marker stops the 4-goal run for the Steelhawks. And it's an 8-6 game. It's a big goal by Armstrong. Looked like the Steelhawks were going to get that ball, come back the other way, and Armstrong just scoops it up, takes it right towards the net. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Then we'll see a Steelhawks power play for 56 seconds. Boisno wins that draw.
Peterborough goal scored by number 20, Ty Armstrong. Unassisted. Armstrong, unassisted. Time that goal, 4-23.
So back to back to the power play now for the Steelhawks. Pfeiffer with the ball. Pfeiffer scoops that off the one hop. He's got to get it towards the net, though. Just 2 to go on the shot clock. Goes down low, and Kaisick comes up big, gets a stick on it. Loose ball battle into the corner, and that's going to draw a penalty. So the Steelhawks, who are just on the power play for 26 seconds, head back to the box themselves, and we'll see some 4-on-4 lacrosse once again. Slashing is the official call. Timbermen will go to the power play in 30 seconds. But for now, they'll set up on the 4-on-4. Couple good picks by the Timbermen. It'll be Bradshaw circling out towards the top over to Goddard. Goddard's got some room. Low shot. Coote gets a piece of that. And now we're going to have another penalty. So some words being exchanged out on the floor right now. It has been a while since we've seen a long stretch of 5-on-5 lacrosse. Timberman bench likes that call as 5 minutes goes up on the board. So Goddard will start with the ball. 4-on-3. And there's the power play marker. A nice dish to the side of the net to Spencer Corkery for the finish. And one of the Whitby players left the box, but we'll see how they sort that one out, because with the 5-minute major, timekeeper wants an explanation as well, just to make sure. So you're allowed to score 2 goals on the 5-minute major, and it was the second penalty in there, so it shouldn't wipe the penalty. After talking to the Timberman bench, explaining things, that is exactly what we're looking at. So in 1 second, Timberman will go just to the one-man power play. 8-6. They trail the Whitby Steelhawks. A good chunk of power play time left to play with. Baffia. Goddard now, looking for some help on that far side. Takes it off the hop. Over to the near side to White. His shot saved by Coote. Steelheads bench like that save. Just a 1-goal game as the Timbermen have battled back, but the Steelheads do get possession, coming back the other way. McKinnon to Lidstone, relays it to Osborne. Osborne fighting his way towards the net, just tiptoes the crease. 8 to go on the shot clock. Lidstone has Gasparetti all over him. He's forced just to dish it off into the corner. Kaisick steps out of his crease. Makes the dish up to McNutt. Still 3:30 left of power play time. Timbermen spread out, trying to find some openings through the middle. No cutters right now, though, so Goddard's just forced to take that shot from the far side. Good enough for the reset, though. They'll take that. Looking for the equalizer on the man advantage. A little bit of a no-look shot, misses the mark. Picked up by Corkery, back out to Goddard. Corkery swings off a pick, shot through traffic. Coote somehow able to see that one. Long pass right into the stick of Boiseno. What a pass from Lucas Coote, the goaltender. And the finish from Boiseno, who soaks up a big hit as he shot that one. And a shorthanded marker for the Steelhawks restores their 2-goal lead. They're up 9-7. What a pass from the goaltender, Lucas Coote, right on target into the stick of Boiseno. So just under 3 minutes left to go on the man advantage for the Timbermen.
Whitby, shorthanded goal.
They've got the ball.
Assistant number 72.
Lowe's with it.
Boiseno from Coote.
To Goddard.
7:22.
Goddard just swinging it around. Downey back out to Goddard. Into Downey, who is cutting through the middle. That one just misses the mark. Back the other way. Another pass to Boiseno. And once again, Boiseno capitalizes. That's the hat-trick goal for Matt Boiseno. Another short-handed marker. His second shorty in a row. So he just reads that play perfectly. As soon as his team gets it, he takes off down the floor, hoping for the long dish. And he's had 2 darts fired right into his stick, back to back. 2 goals, both shorthanded in 30 seconds for Matt Boiseno.
Whitby, shorthanded goal, scored by number 22, Matt Boiseno.
Ball's loose off the face-off. Gasparetti scoops it up.
Shorthanded goal, 7:52.
Gasparetti does it all himself, and Coote forced to make the big save, showing his acrobatics. And it'll be an official timeout. Whitby will have the ball on the other side. They lead the Timbermen 10-7. Steelhawks leading the Timbermen 10-7 in this third quarter. 2:16 left to go in the Steelhawks penalty as they hang on to the 3-goal lead. Goodchild fakes the flip. Now he dishes it off to Highland, who quickly looks towards the middle for a pass, but no one was open, so he'll just hang on to things. Gasparetti keeping a close eye on him. Highland still with it. Bit of a bad angle shot, just looking for the reset at that point. Misses the mark. Peterborough back up the other way on the man advantage. Gasparetti. Goddard. Over to Downey, into the corner to Bradshaw, back out to Goddard. Here's Corkery, rips one through. Quickly back the other way is Weller. 2-on-1 opportunity, and Kaisick able to make the save on Brett Harrison. Just over a minute left to go on the man advantage. Timberman needs one more player out there. Now they've got the fifth as McNutt sneaks in. Nobody saw him. Might have been a set play. Timbermen sending a guy out late like that. He's back the other way. Comes Boiseno. Boiseno's had 2 shorthanded goals already on this 5-minute major. He'll head off to the bench. Lidstone winds up from way outside. That hits a couple bodies. Lidstone still with it. Just 2 to go on the shot clock as Kazik makes that save. Downey with the fake pass through center. He still has it on that far side. Now he dishes it out to White. White fakes the pass, rips the shot. Saved by Coote. Goddard fighting for that rebound. He has it as we're back to 5-on-5. Coote with another save. Picked up briefly by Whitby. Now they've got full possession. It's Edwards. Edwards dishes it off. Oh, Whitby trying to add to their lead, up 10-7. Highland on the run. Steelhawks bench yelling, shoot, and there's the shot, and there's the goal as Tyler Goodchild picks up his 2nd of the game. And it's a 4-goal deficit for the Timbermen. 11-7. Just as the 30-second buzzer was about to expire, Goodchild from long distance finds an opening into the back of the net. Referee giving some instructions off this face-off. Clean win by Whitby, but nobody there to pick it up except for a Timberman player, so they have possession. Baffia into the corner. Everyone's piling in there now. Timberman's still with it. Now it's getting knocked free. Picked up by Osborne. Osborne all alone. Everyone's gone for a line change. He pulls out of harm's way. Leaves the ball for Lidstone. Back to Osborne. Osborne was trying to find Boyd cutting through the middle. Lidstone still has it. There's the far side shot from Highland. Time's running out on the shot clock, so Whitby just went back to set up on the other end and an over and back. That is a tough one. Tommy Pollock. So Whitby trying to capitalize on that Timberman mistake. They've got the ball, working it around. Out at the top with it, it's Harrison. And then a big hit through the middle as Pfeiffer was cutting through. He's not going to get the penalty. It was actually Trent Boyd who was right behind Pfeiffer. So another penalty for the Steelhawks gives the Timbermen a power play. So they're looking to claw their way back into this one. Just 2:47 left to go in this third quarter. Goddard making some plans with Jared Downey of what they're going to set up here on this power play. 5 minutes goes up on the board. This is the third 5-minute major for Whitby in this game. Last 5-minute major saw Matt Boiseno score 2 shorthanded goals. Timberman looking to change that trend this time around. McNutt with a shot, saved by Coote. And here's Boiseno, who I just mentioned. He's going to head off to the bench, though, so no chance for another shorty on this possession, at least, anyway, for Boiseno. So 5 minutes for slashing, the official call. McGregor tried to go far side, gets picked off by one of his own teammates. Wasn't intended for Goodchild, but it worked out anyway. He gets the shot off. White will bring things across center. Rolls the ball out to Goddard. Goddard will pass it and try to plug up the middle. Creates a hole for White, but a moving pick called on the far side. Ball loose into the corner. Whitby unable to hang on to things on that possession. Gasparetti with the ball. He picks up some speed. Quickly gets it down floor. Good hustle from Gasparetti. He's got a pair of goals for the Timbermen. Lots of power play time left. It's McNutt through the middle. A little bit off balance. The shot misses the mark. 8 to go on the shot clock as Goddard trying to get something off. Timberman bench yelling shoot, and Goddard on the run. A bouncer right off the helmet of Coote. Rebound scooped up by McKinnon. Last minute of play of this third quarter. It's McKinnon. He gets stripped off the double team, and be an interference possession call, giving things right back to the Steelhawks. It's Pfeiffer. Out to Osborne. Pfeiffer swings out for the ball. To Highland. Back over to Osborne on the near side. Osborne dishes it away. Highland comes out to set the pick as the heavy shot from Hamley goes wide. And another penalty, this time check from behind. So with 2:43 left to go in the 5-minute major, Doherty for the Timbermen heads to the penalty box. So we'll see some 4-on-4 lacrosse for the next 2 minutes. Four-goal lead for the Steelhawks. Lidstone comes off a pick from Pfeiffer, swings it right back out to him, and moving pick on the far side. Gives the ball to Sands. Penalty coming to the Steelhawks as soon as they get possession. Kaizek heads off to the bench for the extra attacker. Downey has it. They've got to get a shot off. There's one, just misses the mark, and that'll do it for the third quarter as a illegal substitution call will go to the Steelhawks right at the end. So it'll be a 4-on-3 power play to start the fourth quarter for the Timbermen as they trail. Fourth quarter action about to get underway. The Whitby Steelhawks with an 11-7 win over the Peterborough Timbermen. And they weren't quite ready yet. There was still 20 seconds left in the break, which I thought they're going to let count down, but now they're just trying to get that fourth quarter time back up on the clock. There we go, 15 minutes up on the board. Fresh penalty for the Steelhawks. Also 2:13 left to go in their 5-minute major. 1:30 left to go in the Timberman penalty in this penalty-filled affair. So 4-on-3, Timberman on the man advantage. Osborne over to Lidstone. Osborne with it again. Looks towards the middle, finds a man and scores. Tyler Goodchild with the hat-trick goal. A short-handed marker. And what a play from Liam Osborne. He draws two defenders towards him into the corner. Just kept backing up, drawing men his way. That created a hole through the middle for Goodchild. And it's a 5-goal deficit for the Timbermen. Still on the power play. Peterborough picks up that ball on the man advantage. They'll slow things down. Just waiting for the power play unit to get out. Corkery over to Downey. Right in front, left all alone was McNutt, but Coote makes that save. Boisno crosses center with it.
Whitby, shorthanded goal, scored by number 11, Tyler Goodchild, unassisted. Goodchild, unassisted.
Highland looks up at the clock, sees how much time's left. He'll take his time. Over to Osborne. Osborne shot on the run. That hits a leg in front. 4 to go on the shot clock. They've got to get something towards net. Pfeiffer tries to. That did hit Kaisick, so that's a reset. Highland has to be aware now. One of the Timbermen coming out from the bench after that penalty, so they're back to 5 guys on, but the Steelhawks still have 2 guys in the penalty box, so a 5-on-3 man advantage if the Timbermen can get the ball back, but Osborne doing a great job. Pass intended for Highland, misses the mark. 3-on-1. Trying to do it all himself there was Tommy Pollock, but he gets knocked into the crease. Coote with a short outlet pass. Anderson over to Lidstone. 1 hop pass into the stick of Harrison. And a big kill by the Steelhawks. That's their bench that you can hear. All those sticks banging. They like that one as we're back to 5-on-5. And just a few seconds after returning to 5-on-5, Darius Anderson makes it 13-7. Steelhawks were fired up as soon as they returned to 5-on-5. Everyone on their bench was up banging their sticks, and then Anderson uses some of that energy on the floor. Nice shot from the outside. So 6-goal deficit for the Timbermen to try and claw their way out of. As Whitby starting to pull away.
Whitby goal scored by number 9, Brett Harrison.
Bragg with the ball off the face-off, moves it to Downey. Over to Doherty.
Time that goal, 2:22.
Doherty sets a pick for Baffia. His shot through traffic. Coote's able to see that one. Downey picks it up off the rebound.
8-7.
Into the middle.
8-4. 0.
Downey calling for that ball back. He gets it.
8-4.
Swings low on a pick. Tries the bounce shot. Coote with a save. Gets fallen back into his own net. Back the other way comes Anderson. Anderson swings off a pick from Highland, who's got the ball. Highland drives his way towards the net, tries to sneak it past Kaisick. Pass up to Pollock. Pollock to Corkery. Ball's bobbling now. Nobody able to scoop it up. Pollock gets it. Tries to dish it back to Corkery, who gets it off the 1 hop. Bounce shot from Corkery. No problem there by Coote, but good enough for the reset for the Timbermen. They'll make a line change. Corkery comes off a pick from White. Shot through traffic. Coote with the arm save, stretching out. 2-on-0, back the other way for the Steelhawks. It's Pfeiffer. His shot goes off Kaisick and into the net. And the Steelhawks have doubled up on the Timbermen, 14-7. That's the hat-trick goal for Pfeiffer. 3 hat-tricks for the Steelhawks. Pfeiffer the latest. Matt Boisno and Tyler Goodchild are the others. The Timbermen are going to try and slow the pace down. They're going to call a timeout. 14-7, they trail. Started off pretty good. It was 2-2 after that first quarter. 2 quick goals from the Steelhawks. Looked like they might run away with things. And then the Timbermen were able to claw their way back in. They had 2 power play goals. Teams went back and forth for quite some time before the Steelhawks eventually pulled away. Timbermen did have the lead at one time. It was 5-4. And then 4 unanswered goals from the Steelhawks gave them the momentum, and they've never looked back. So we talked about the guys who had hat tricks. Goodchild, Boiseno, and Pfeiffer. Single goals also going to the captain, Liam Osborne, Darius Anderson, Quinn Highland, Trent Boyd, and Brett Harrison. Those are the Steelhawks scores. And then on the other side of things, Jake Gasparetti's leading the way. He's got a pair. Spencer Corkery, Ty Armstrong, Dylan Goddard, Parker Sands, and Aaron Bradshaw have singles. So the Timbermen hoping that timeout will give them a chance to regroup. Face-off won by the Steelhawks. It's Boiseno. He's having himself a game. Lidstone. He's getting double-teamed. Good defense by the Timbermen, and won't be an over and back, though, because the Timbermen knocked it over the line. But it won't be a fresh 30 on the clock either, so just 12 seconds to work with on this offensive possession. Osborne. Over to the far side, scooped up by Goodchild. His shot saved by Kaisick, goes up into the crowd. The Steelhawks will maintain possession. It was last touched by Kaisick. Lidstone to Goodchild. That one's picked off. Goodchild has to be careful on the hold. He lets go pretty quick. Horn finds a man off the bench. It's McNutt. And he finds the back of the net on the run. Great effort by Horn as he takes it the length of the floor. And he's able to see McNutt coming off the bench. And on the run, McNutt with the goal. Gets one back for the Timbermen. 14-8 now, Steelhawks leading. That's Colt McNutt's first goal of this game. Still enough time left for the Timbermen to claw their way back in.
Peterborough goal, scored by number 81.
Early movement off that face-off, so Steelhawks awarded possession.
McNutt from Horn. Time that goal, 4:57.
Steelhawks looking to get one back. Highland tries to drop it into the far side, just misses the mark, picked up by Osborne. Osborne to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer behind the net to Highland. Highland trying for the dunk goal and goes off the side of the net where it stays trapped. And Peterborough will go to work on the offensive side of things. Had a couple really good defensive shifts on the back end. Offense trying to award the defenders, but Steelhawks showing some good defense themselves. They'll set back up on the offensive side of things. Slowing things down on the near side. It's Anderson. Moves the ball to Goodchild. To Lidstone. Lidstone being watched closely by Bragg. Tries to dish it off to the far side. Can't get it through. Steelhawks still with it, though. Is that shot on the run from Harrison. Clock resets, but an interference possession call on the near boards. Gives possession to the Timbermen, so they won't get to use that full 30, the Steelhawks. And Downey will hang on to things on the near side. Bradshaw sets a pick for him. Downey swings out. Backhand shot from White from way outside. Lidstone chases it down into the corner. Circles around the net. Puts it behind the net to Harrison. Dishes it out into the middle. Pass intended for Boyd. That gets picked off. Boyd's able to get it right back. Fakes the backhand pass, still with it. Circles out and gets knocked into the crease, and a penalty will be called. That'll draw a crowd. Frustrations brewing late in this game as we near the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. It looks like Armstrong's heading to the box. So an illegal cross check will send the Steelhawks to work on the power play. 2 minutes up on the board. Pfeiffer will set up at the top.
Peterborough penalty to number 20, Ty Armstrong. 2 minutes for the illegal cross check. Armstrong,
Goodchild. Back over to Pfeiffer, who steps in, fakes it back to Goodchild. Backhand pass to Lidstone. His shot goes off the iron and off the mesh, in and out. But the referee was right there to make the call. A power play marker, 14 seconds into the man advantage. And we're going to have a couple 10-minute misconducts. So Armstrong for the Timbermen. We'll get the early shower as he continues to chirp as he's being escorted off. And it'll be Tyler Goodchild getting a 10-minute misconduct for the Steelhawks. So 15-8 the score. Steelhawks leading this one. 7:44 left to go. And we'll reset things back towards center. After a low-scoring opening quarter, seen a lot of goals down the stretch. So Lidstone, who's been involved in a lot of the offense, gets his first goal of this game on that last one.
And to Peterborough, number 20, Ty Armstrong.
Edwards getting a rare offensive opportunity for the Steelhawks. They had to fill that hole by Goodchild, who was just sent to the showers. Kajzek with a long dart, pass intended for Corkery. And they're going to say Corkery ran through the crease to chase after that loose ball, so Whitby will get possession. And it'll be an official timeout, so we'll take a break ourselves. Steelhawks leading the Timbermen 15-8. The score here at Millbrook Arena. The Steelhawks leading the hometown Timbermen. It's just 7.5 minutes left to go in regulation time. Pass ends up into the corner. That's going to be picked up by Harrison. Harrison all by himself on the near side. Swings out towards the top. Tries to make the dish. That's picked off by the Timbermen. It's Sands over to Lowe's. Lowe's has an opening, swings around, tries to use a screen on the defender. Saved by Coot. A moving pick called in the corner. Gives things back to Whitby. McKinnon tries to dish it off into the corner. That pass was a little off the mark. It's Gasparetti with it for the Timbermen. He tries to move it up floor. That pass gets knocked down. The Timbermen just trying to get it across the line as the 8 seconds was about to be up. So they just essentially end up throwing it away, which isn't a bad play when you're about to get whistled down. Backhander at the other side of things as McKinnon takes a big hit at Ryan Patterson. That was a late one. His frustration's really starting to show now. Things could get rough here down the stretch. Heading off to the box, it's going to be McKinnon. And we'll see what they give them. They've already given Whitby 3 5-minute majors in this game. Osborne, the captain for the Steelhawks, wants an explanation. Justin Bragg in there for the Timbermen as well. 5 minutes goes up on the board, so this is the 4th 5-minute major for the Steelhawks in this game. Not often you see that many majors, and they have all been power plays. They haven't brought any of the Timbermen with them. Steelhawks are showing their frustrations from the bench. Play does resume as the Whitby bench still upset. Roughing is the official call on that 5-minute. So the Timbermen, who are running out of time, 7-goal deficit, have an opportunity to get a couple power play markers here on the major. And then another big hit on McNutt, who's looked like he was going to get up and show his frustrations, but cooler heads prevail. 2-on-1 back the other way. Leclerc, his shot finds the back of the net. Another shorthanded mark for the Steelhawks. 16-8. They lead the Timbermen. And Whitby calls one of the referees over. They want an explanation still on that 5-minute major, but doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, you don't want a player in the box for 5 minutes, but you're up by 8 goals at this point. Have a pretty nice cushion with 5:25 left to go in regulation time. Boisno with the clean face-off win, but Justin Bragg comes in right off the bat, showing some good defense. Boisno gets it right back. Boisno takes a hit from behind. So that'll cancel out the 5-minute major just for a bit after that check from behind. So we'll see some 4-on-4 for a couple minutes. Whitby will retain possession in the offensive zone, hanging on to the 8-goal lead. It'll be Highland starting things as the referee blows that in. Highland will step his way through over to Lidstone. Harrison trying to swing off a pick, finds Highland down the middle. A pick and roll, and Highland with the finish. 17-8 the score. Steelhawks leading. That was a nice play on the near side, just a textbook pick and roll. And then a great finish by Highland, who gets his second of the game. So just under 5 minutes left to go in regulation time. Ball's loose off the faceoff, picked up by Bragg. Bragg takes it by himself. Saved by Coote. Coote up to Edwards. Edwards, who again is getting the offensive opportunity after Goodchild was ejected with that 10-minute misconduct. Usually used to seeing him in the back end. So he runs down the middle trying to draw some traffic. Whitby will get a fresh 30. Interference possession call. Pass to the far side, intended for McGregor. He's got possession. 1 minute left on the 4-on-4. Whitby really slowing the pace down right now, just trying to kill off the clock. Shot from the outside with 7 to go on the shot clock, but they get a reset. Edwards to Ferretti. Ferretti being watched closely by Horn. Boisno. Or McGregor, rather, as he drives towards the net, gets knocked into the crease. Timberman back up the other way. Corkery couldn't handle that pass, but Gasparetti gets it right back, scoops it over to White. 30-second shot clock reset on that, so that was going to be a big play, but Timberman get called with the moving pick as Corkery got caught on his man. And again, some pushing and shoving behind the play. Edwards involved in things. He's been out there for quite some time for the Steelhawks. He's going to have some words for the entire Timbermen bench as he heads off. So the referee blows things in. Steelhawks ball as they are now shorthanded with 2:05 still left on that 5-minute major. Doherty comes off the bench after that penalty. Pfeiffer with the ball, being forced behind the net, swings back through, tries to find Osborne cutting through the middle. Pfeiffer still with it. Pass to Highland, misses the mark. Kaizek steps out to play that one. Outlet pass up to Baffy at center. He'll look towards the bench. As Downey and White will play some catch. Pass off the mark, picked up by Whitby. They're still shorthanded as Boiseno scoops it up. Great grab by Boiseno. He's got an opening. And he finds the back of the net as Matt Boiseno picks up his 4th goal of the game, his 3rd shorthanded goal. And it's 18-8. Whitby leading this one. 2:12 left to go in regulation. A huge game for Matt Boiseno. Leading the way offensively. Not just for the Steelhawks, but on both sides.
Whitby shorthanded goals, number 22, Matt Boiseno. Assistant number 18, Garrison.
Not often you get 3 shorthanded goals in a game, but that is Matt Boiseno's stat line here, and that 4th goal to boot. There's a shot from McNutt as Boiseno put things down, and we're going to have a delayed call going against the Steelhawks. So Kaizek will head off to the bench for the extra attacker. 1:45 left to go in regulation. So Downey over to the far side, and looks like Coote may have taken it up high. He kind of went down, talked to the referee. Doesn't matter anyhow. But Boiseno will head off to the box. And it'll be 5-on-3 for 33 seconds. Doesn't matter at this point, though. Things are pretty much over and done with. I'm sure referees just want to get out of this one without some rough stuff.
Whitby penalty number 22, Matt Boiseno, 2 minutes for slashing. Boiseno for slashing. Time of that penalty, 13.
Bradshaw. Looking for somebody. Finds Downey. That hits a body in front. Goes all the way towards center, and just 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock as that one goes just wide of the net. Downey's got to get something on net here for the reset. Looking for the far top corner. As Corkery chases that one down just as the 30-second buzzer goes and just as we enter the last minute of play in this game. One man came out of the box for Whitby, so 5-on-4. Cutting towards the net was Trent Boyd. .40 seconds left to go now as Doherty looks behind him to see that on the clock as well. Downey. Over to McNutt on the far side. That's rolling around. Pass intended for White. That goes off the top of his stick. Picked up by Coote, who just throws it down the length of the floor. As we enter the last 10 seconds of this game, we'll see if Peterborough goes for one last shot. Doherty with it. And he'll just give the ball to the referee as the buzzer goes. And that will do it as the Whitby Steelhawks have defeated the Peterborough Timbermen by a score of 18-8. Matt Boiseno leading the way for the Steelhawks. 3 shorthanded goals, 4 goals in the game. Hat-trick from Tyler Goodchild and Devin Pfeiffer as well. Lucas Coote picks up the win between the pipes. And that'll do it for us here. You've been watching the Arena Lacrosse League. I'm Scott Arnold.